out your window. Let's take a trip to the ghetto. The ghetto.
From what I'm hearing from a lot of people is that a lot of these youngsters don't have, quote, OGs or older homies giving them tough love nowadays. That's why they're just running around.
No, they don't, because they manipulated, and they tough love is like when they discipline them and beat them up and test all that. But
yeah, that's different.
That's not tough love, man.
That's make them want to fight and beat up and kill more.
Yeah, but see, you know what I'm saying? It's like with a child. We don't whoop kids, but if they trying to stick a knife up in the socket or turn the gas thing on, they gonna get their ass whooped. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So when you're dealing with, my opinion, when you're dealing with niggas and shit, thugs or whatever you want to call it, certain shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you gonna get your shit smashed. You know what I'm saying? You posting, we right here hanging out. You posted like, you know, on social media, niggas know the address, they can come through shoot it. Shit like that, you gonna get chastised for that. You feel me?
You know what? Let me ask you, because you did post a video a couple months back about this, and I've talked about it a couple times on my show. It sounds like you were going in that direction, so I want to ask you about the dude BLOCKBOY. How can we prevent shit like that from happening? Because, you know, he was dumb for doing what he did. He was stupid for doing what he did. But I mean, he has parents, and like, it really, at the end of the day, it's another person of color that's dead. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I could be all on his comments like, man, you need to stop that, and whoopie whoop, and you know, people, and the dude he was getting into it with him made a diss song, and I was like, I commented on there. I had a gang of likes. Yeah, but I said, this shit sound trash, man. I said, it'll sound good if it was a regular song, but you sitting up here talking about the dead. When they start doing that? When did that become a fad? When did that become cool? Man, I've been gangbanging for the longest, man, and I ain't never heard no shit like that. Like, yeah, if we in juvenile hall, we getting into it with niggas, and niggas be like, nigga, fuck your dead homies. Yeah, that's different, because we finna get active right there. You know what I'm saying? But we not finna be, right, like, on the wall and
going to people's graves. You see that Nick Blixie cat from New York who stood on somebody's grave and put GDK?
Yeah, man, that's you know what I'm saying? And see, that just lets you know that the niggas that's around. Because if niggas is around is allowing that, then we low-key lose. We got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of work to do. Because no niggas in my circle, niggas I fuck with, is finna be going to piss on no nigga grave. They ain't gonna let us know about it. See, that's the thing. You posting that on social media like you got it like that. But see, some niggas don't give a fuck, and you know they gonna make their bed and they gonna lie, and that's just what it is. We can't save everybody. You know what I'm saying? We can't save everybody. All we gotta do, we just gotta lead by example. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta always protect ourselves, because we out here in these streets. Niggas don't give a fuck about what I'm saying. Niggas will kill me. They don't give a fuck about what I'm saying, and I understand that, and I don't care neither. You feel me? Because I'm going to keep doing me, and I'm going to keep pushing, and I'm not worrying about nothing to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody that know me, they know. Nigga, you going to come correct. Nigga, I'm going to air your shit out. Straight like that. That don't mean that I'm with violence. That means that, nigga, I'm not going to play with no nigga. Nigga, you're not going to get no points on me, nigga. Period. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck where nigga from, what he got going, none of that, nigga. We trying to see, we trying to get this shit together. A lot of you dudes ain't even been in the pen, like really in the pen to where you really getting that ism and shit, but the prison system, the jail system, that shit is flipping and changing now too. That shit watered down too.
How so?
Because you know it's more young niggas up in there now. They up in there washed up. The same watered down shit that was out here, them niggas is in jail. But then you got niggas that been in jail like 20, 30 years and all that, and then they probably just coming to realization like, damn, I just want to just do my time and chill. I don't want to deal with the politics and all that. Do that make him a buster or scary? In prison politics and in street politics, yeah, we're going to say, oh, that nigga's a buster. He's a bitch. He PC'd up. He left. But on some human shit, a nigga that wake up, brush his teeth, take his shit, eat like everybody else, this man been in jail 30-some years, 35 years. He probably came to the realization that I'm going to die here, so he trying to just go do his time and jail up and don't got to worry about the politics. You know what I'm saying? And the politics be all type of shit. Because you go up in there, and Mexicans, and blacks, white, it's just a politic on a politic. And it's just like, all that shit was designed to keep us against each other. You know what I'm saying? But originally, the politics was designed to keep everything cool, so it wouldn't be bullshit. But niggas done put black eye in the game, they're changing everything up. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You got niggas on the down low, niggas fucking niggas, and all that old shit. Man, that shit is not cool, man. So I'm just gonna keep pushing, doing what I'm doing, man, trying to put that positive energy out there, man. And I know I got like a lot of little charisma, a little swag or whatever. So I know the young folks, they're gonna be drawn to me because of that. So while they drawn to me, I'm gonna make sure I'm carrying it right. That I'm not doing no bullshit. That I'm not out here just talking some bullshit and saying, "Oh, nigga, whatever." No, they gonna see the real, authentic, the real is. Because just because I'm saying that and talking like this, don't mean I won't get in your ass. So I'm not telling niggas don't get in no nigga ass. I'm telling you is be respectful, be a grown up, take care of your business, take care of your kids, your mom. You know what I'm saying? Love your homies. You know what I'm saying? Respect each other and all that old shit. Because every homie ain't a homie. Just because he's from your hood, don't mean he love you. You know what I'm saying? Don't mean he gonna really be there for you. You know what I'm saying? So it's 2021, man, and the game is changing, man. And people I'm from the '90s generation. '90s was pop, nigga. We was on. We was tearing shit up and all that. So it's like, all the niggas in my generation, man. That's what I'm really trying to tap into because we the ones that kind of got the keys for this next generation that's coming up under us. But at the same time, a lot of people mind state ain't where it needs to be because they still on the ignorant shit. You know what I'm saying? But then you got financial. We financially slump. Everybody trying to take care of their family, take care of themselves, figure out how they can rob Peter to pay Paul, pay their bills. You know what I'm saying? Everything is up against everybody right now. You know what I'm saying? But if people really paid attention, because I've been hearing this since I was a youngin about the vaccine.
Oh yeah, we've been hearing about that.
About
the barcodes.
We've been hearing about that since hearing about that since the '80s.
Order, yeah.
Right. Yeah, but we didn't believe it. And a lot of people still don't believe it because, they just that's why they open this shit up, man. People not even paying attention. How was y'all opening this shit up, man? Like 13 months ago, y'all was acting like it was fucking World War III. Like a nigga couldn't go outside and breathe no air.
Yep.
Motherfuckers standing in long lines to get tissue from the grocery store. Now look.
Now shit's back to normal.
Now motherfuckers running around. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We just had the hood day the other day. Everybody up there, no mask, nothing. You know what I'm saying? So we just got to start spreading the word, man. Start spreading the love, spreading encouragement, man. And we got to stay focused, man. We got to, man. We can't fall off our square, even when we want to fall off, even when we upset, when we mad, when we want to go left, when we want to do this. I tell myself that all the time. Like, damn, it could be worse, man. I could be in jail, man, with no food. I could be in the hole.
Facts.
I just got shot, man. I could be paralyzed. I can have a zipper, a shit bag, all that. You know what I'm saying? These are things that I tell myself. So people got to find something to tell themselves, like, you know what? Because there's always worse. There's always somebody in a worse situation.
Hell yeah.
So people got to tell themselves that, man, like it's always somebody in a worse situation. As long as you woke up this morning above ground, you got action that makes something happen, man. You feel me? The first goal is to make it through today so you can be alive tomorrow, man. God willing. You know what I'm saying? But throughout the day, man, you're supposed to be trying to be productive. Whether it's put some food in the house, extra $1 in your pocket, you know what I'm saying? Checking on certain people, you know what I'm saying? It could be regular people, like you don't gotta know these people. It could be people on the street. Sometimes some people just need a little interaction. You know what I'm saying? Just a little interaction, man. You know what I'm saying? It could be a bum. I might not want to be bothered with a bum today, but tomorrow you might come and I might get that nigga some cigarettes, some weed, $1 and all that. Mm-hmm. So we gotta pray, man.
Yeah, you got your boy Fudge Deuce on the loose, rocking out with Dusty Vision TV.
Just give me a little bit of peace, steady job and some food to eat. Just give me a little bit of peace, steady job and some food to eat. Just give me.
Were you familiar with this dude named BLOCKBOY who was going around?
Rest in peace, BLOCKBOY. Yeah.
And okay, I had this question before I even really put two and two together. That you were from Mob.
Right.
Not saying that he is, but that was a rumor or whatnot. What can you tell me about BLOCKBOY?
So being out here, you know what I'm saying, all the way in Texas and shit, the only thing that I knew was what I seen on social media or whatnot. My little bro, who's still out there in Cali, you know, I check in with him like, hey, man, he's saying he's from the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? And my brother kind of laughed and shit like, yeah, he from the neighborhood, you know what I mean? So I guess he was official. I guess he got put on at some point or something like that. But he was a young dude, like 18, 19 years old from what I understand.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of sad to see his demise, especially so quick. And again, that's, kind of back to what we were saying earlier as far as how the generations change, man. It's different now, bro. When I was 18, 19 years old, I wouldn't in a million years do half of the shit that my man was doing. So I don't know if it was for clout or if he was just full throttle with it. You know, I really don't know, man. But that whole situation was just sad to see. You could damn near see it. It's like you see a candle finna burn out and you know it's finna burn out. You know what I'm saying? It was one of them situations, man. So RIP to BLOCKBOY. It's this terrible demise, man. I just hope a lot of people learn from that.
Yeah, don't follow his
man,
what he did, man. Just don't do that, dog. Don't tiptoe with the devil. Like, just don't do it, dog. But attention is a hell of a drug, man. And with social media and everything now, it's like, let me out top this person. Let me see what I can do to out top this, out top that. I mean, it's like Takashi 6ix9ine on steroids, man.
Facts. That's a fact, bro. And that's it. Man, for 2, 3, 4, 5,000 followers, that shit ain't worth it.
Forget about it, dog. I'm good.
You know? Yeah, I'm good.
Well, let's talk about Mr. Clown Rat, rainbow haired, rainbow teeth, Takashi 6ix9ine, man. Probably the biggest story in hip hop, good or bad, in the past couple of years. You know, in hindsight, being 2020, you know, talk to me your general thoughts on the whole Takashi 6ix9ine, 9 Trey situation.
In the beginning, I think a lot of rap shit is gimmick, right? I think you get on and you win and you're successful based on how good the gimmick is. So I thought that's what it was at first. And, you know, kind of being tapped in with the red side, you kind of hear behind the scenes shit. And, you know, we got a lot of homies. We got a neighborhood out in New Jersey and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, being tapped in with homies out there, you would hear certain shit as far as him being affiliated or hanging out with the 9 Treys. So you kind of like, okay, I guess he's official, right? If Lil Wayne is official, okay, 6ix9ine is official. If that's the case, okay, cool. But I knew, bro. I knew if something hit the fan, he gonna be the first one to tell. And case in point. So again, in the beginning, I thought it was okay. They got something. They got a hit maker. They got the bag. The 9 Treys gonna be eaten, and it's almost like they kind of did it to themselves, though, bro. Right? Because you know he ain't from over there. You didn't grow up with this dude. You don't really know this dude. And if he got to tell on somebody, he gonna tell on y'all. So you know they kind of did it to themselves and shit, man. But definitely the biggest clown, and he's still out here making money. That shit is even crazier.
That's the part that's killing me. And
hell yeah,
I'm guilty because every time that little punk releases a song, I click on the YouTube video just to see the ass is shaking and just to see how is this clown still alive. And I probably contributed, and I bet you that's really how most people do it. I don't run into too many people who think Takashi 6ix9ine is dope on the mic and all that.
Not at all.
Yeah, he's like a circus animal or something.
Yeah. See, my son, I got a 15-year-old son and shit. So you talking a year or two ago, he was 13, 14. He thought Takashi was the biggest shit on the planet, you know? So, you know, it ain't necessarily us because I think when he first got out and he did that whole little live video, I watched a little bit of the video. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So, but my son would get in the car and play the songs and shit.
Interesting.
You know, and I'm like, yeah. So I think again, his
we're out of the demo. We're out of the demo.
Yeah.
So I accept that.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what it was. Like shit, he targeting the little kids and they eating it up, man. These kids eating that shit up.
Yeah.
I'm at a crossroads every damn day, looking back at my past when I sleep. But living on the edge, not doing enough. Iniquity down to my feet. What do I do when I need a little food and I gotta get the money for the rent? Fall to my knees, pray to the Lord, come on son, he can give me some money, repent. What, thank you. I really love you, baby, so I spank you. Life is a wet straight fucking you up. Living in a prison, I'ma shank you. So what's love got to do with it? With my heart on my sleeve, I'm a foe. But she said she loved me, she wanted to hug me under my sheets, so get told.
And I spy with my little mind's eye dreams that are beyond what you can see in daylight. Baby, ignore the rain, and everything gon' be okay. And while the world burns, I'll be near the skyline, and I'll be biding my time till I can ride the wave. Then everything gon' be okay. Yeah. What are the chances? You're picking a flight, we're leaving tonight. Pack up your bags, we're leaving this place and this baggage. Cause what can we do while Rome is collapsing? But not in the day, we'll be okay. Let's hit the off your Jackson. I'll pull up the map then, cause I'm through keeping up with these Joneses. Don't care what they're posting, you know, you only see what they show you. Let's fall off the grid then, cause we don't owe nothing to no one. Darling, just listen and it'll be just like starting over. And I spy with my little mind's eye dreams that are beyond what you can see in daylight. Baby, ignore the rain, and everything gon' be okay. And while the world burns, I'll be near the skyline, and I'll be biding my time till I can ride the wave. Then everything gon' be okay.
I don't even know why I'm here. Wanna be on a beach somewhere, feet kicked up in my chair, smoke all up in the air, clouds are looking lovely. My girl is by my side, my gun is by my side. But why do cameras always make me look so ugly? And the smile fades when they disappear, till it's only you wishing someone cared. Yelling out the window, is anybody there? Does anybody care? Was the rope in the fucking chair? And since God wanna play these fucking games, I'ma take it there. Bang, bang.
And I spy with my little mind's eye dreams that are beyond what you can see in daylight. Baby, ignore the rain, and everything gon' be okay.
Just give me a little bit of peace, steady job and some food to eat. Just give me a little bit of peace, steady job and some food to eat. Just give me a little bit of peace.
Are you familiar with the whole BLOCKBOY situation?
Yeah.
Okay. Ironically, I started following him about a month before he passed. But what are your being that that's local, what's your point of view on that whole situation?
I'm just gonna start off by this, and I say this with the whole 6ix9ine, the whole BLOCKBOY, the whole GBO Gaston. Clowns get paid to entertain circuses, if you get what I'm saying. Don't let that go over your head. Clowns get paid to entertain circuses. So my whole thing with BLOCKBOY, I don't know him from a can of paint, but like the late great Nip said, you gonna reap everything you sow. You feel me? Everything you put in, you're gonna reap everything that you put out. So for BLOCKBOY, it was only a matter of time, bro. Like, this is real life. And for them type of individuals, just me personally, I don't have no feelings. I can't really say I'm sad, because he knew exactly what it was going to lead to, bro. You play stupid games, you're gonna win stupid prizes, bro. And especially which is 90% of this gang banging generation, this new generation. I'm cut from the old school, bro. This new generation of gang banging lacks of history, lacks of structure, lacks of organization, lacks of unity. So pretty much what I'm saying is, a lot of these guys out here dying for clout that they will never see, or the clout that will never mean nothing. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So the BLOCKBOY situation, I knew what it was going to come to, bro. Like, come on, bro. You're not out here active like that. You're not a real stepper. You're just doing it for Instagram clout. You're trying to get a buzz. But that's the wrong situation. That's the wrong route you want to go. And I don't never tell no man how to run their program, but you're gonna reap what you sow. Mm-hmm. So I already knew that was coming. And first of all, let me get this straight. There ain't no Bloods in Long Beach, Lakewood. There ain't no blood hoods. So let's clear that up now. There will never ever be a blood hood in the Long Beach area, Lakewood area, never. You see how many, and then you could just tell after BLOCKBOY died, who rode for him. Ain't none of them Taker niggas rode for him. So you can see a lot of this clout shit, this internet shit. I'm cut from a different cloth. I'm cut from a different generation. We don't do this internet clout shit because 9 times out of 10, I try to preach to all my little homies. A lot of these new niggas that bang hoods is not even from the hoods they actually bang. If you get what I'm saying, I actually grew up in my hood. I know the history. I know a lot of these young niggas that bang hoods that don't even live in their hood. They coming from the valleys. They come from urban areas to bang a hood that they don't even physically own or know about. If you get what I'm saying. So like this gang banging shit is just kind of like, you know, it's up in the air. Niggas doing everything for clout.
Just give me a little bit of peace, steady job and some food to eat. Just give me a little bit of peace, steady job and some food to eat. Just give me a little bit of peace, steady job and some food.
There was a big thing in December. A dude was killed out here in LA, and I'm wondering if you guys heard about it because he was a big IG dude. You know, these people who go out and do dumb shit. He goes by the name of BLOCKBOY, and he would go to different neighborhoods. He would go to Grape Street Hood and just spit on their graffiti and record doing it. You know, he had a bunch of like 15-second videos where he would go to different hoods, you know, PJ Watts and Nickerson Gardens, and just diss the hell out of their hood. And I started following the guy probably about a month or so before they found him dead in a car in the city of Lakewood, California, which is a nice city. It's damn near Mayberry, you know what I'm saying? Did you guys hear about this dude out there?
Yeah, this Avenue Trey. I heard about, is this the same guy that was doing all those videos and he was always throwing up a whole lot of gang shit and then the mother just get his wig peeled back and he was found in a car or something?
Exactly. He was found in the car. Yep, exactly. Yeah, he would always say, the takers. That was his thing. And he would throw up gang signs. He had his hat to the back. Once you guys, after this interview, look it up, it's BLOCKBOY. But yeah, you know, it's the same person though. To answer your question though.
Thank you. Because I remember you had a video recently. You had about what?
That's the one.
2 videos about.
Yep. Me and Alonzo. Yeah, we had a couple. Yeah, that's the one right there.
Like I'm just looking at him like, bro, if he was really from the street, which, you know what I mean? I don't know if he really was or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But if the Coochie Snitch 9 is watching, you know what I'm saying? He needs to take notes on, hey, look, that could be you. Because when he pulled up that day disrespecting Nip's mural, you know, Nip didn't want his respect, you know what I'm saying? So just imagine if he actually recorded that on Instagram Live and people were actually able to put hands on him. He would probably be RIP. You know what I'm saying? And then we looking at also, you going up in other people's hoods, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what drama they going through in their mind. Like, somebody in LA, especially LA, bro.
You're kidding.
Somebody could have just, like, you know, like, first and foremost, I like to say 2020, I hate that pandemic year. We're still going through it, but some of us that lost people to COVID and those that lost people to shootings, you know what I'm saying? And all types of stuff or whatever. You know, the thing is, the individual who loses somebody may not be from gangbanging activity, but just imagine you feeling some type of way. And the first thought is, I see this mother coming out here. You know, I just lost I'm just going to say it in my shoes. I'm just using this as an example. Yeah. I just buried my sister, man.
Oh, man. All right.
And then,
sorry.
I appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying? I just imagine if I was on some shit where it's like, okay, you know, you on the inside, you ain't, you know what I'm saying, you burning like the world. Yeah. So when you see a motherfucker that's over here talking about, I'm in your hood, what you gonna do? It's like, bro, this wasn't even meant for you, but you caught it. You feel me? Yeah. You turned. You know what I'm saying? And see, right there, like, the mindset, you know what I'm saying, is dangerous. You know what I'm saying? And you come with fire when you're going in the zones you ain't got no business going. I don't have no business. It's like this. Even though I'm a tattoo artist and I sell clothes and all that, I'm not going to this neighborhood unless I got business in this neighborhood. Other than that, I don't go to this neighborhood. There ain't a girl I'm talking to, I'm not going up over there. You feel me?
And it's just survival, man.
I got no family. Yeah. I ain't got family over there. Like, if you wanted me to come out, you know what I'm saying, and meet you, and we had a, face-to-face interview, all right, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I have business being up over there. But if I ain't got no business being up over there, I'm not going up over there. And especially, this goes back to what we said in the past. We're not about to taunt nobody on social media, and you just allowing them to come get you, especially when you in their hood and you on Instagram Live doing this shit. Like, that's that. I mean, no disrespect to Lil JoJo, but I can't help but see Little JoJo all over again, bro.
To the max, right? Yeah, this is it. He started something that sadly is a trend now.
Just give me a little bit of peace, steady job and some food to eat. Just give me a little bit of peace, steady job and some food to eat. Just give me a little bit of peace, steady job and some food to eat.
Yo, this your boy Mark Savage, man. You tuned in to Dusty Vision TV, man. Every time I'm locked in, we turning all the way up.
Just give me a little bit of peace, steady job and some food to eat. Just give me a little bit of peace, steady job and some food to eat. Just give me a little bit of peace.
Did you hear about this IG SoundCloud rapper named BLOCKBOY?
Yeah, he got killed. Yeah, he was disrespectful.
Yeah, he was. Let me explain everyone, to who's not hip to the story. Lakewood is I grew up in Long Beach, so Lakewood, I know Lakewood like the back of my hand, which is right next to Long Beach. This guy named BLOCKBOY, he was a IG dude, SoundCloud rapper. He was a turned up version of Takashi 6ix9ine. He went to different neighborhoods. He went to Hoover's and hopped out of his car for 10-15 seconds, recorded him, disrespecting, spitting on their graffiti, kicking their signs, whatever. He went to the 60s. He went to Nickerson. PJ. He went to all the hoods in LA, and I was following this dude because it's a train wreck. Let's keep it real. Like, when we pass a car wreck on the freeway, what do? We turn our head. So I knew this was a car crash waiting to happen, and not even a month after me hitting the follow button on his Instagram, this dude was found dead in Lakewood, man. You heard about the story. Talk to me about, your whole thoughts on that situation.
Yeah, I heard about the story, and then of course, like, I follow LA Hood virals, and there's a couple more pages that kind of shared the details on it. But yeah, I seen it. I seen him post. I heard about him getting found in his car and stuff, man. And I just think, honestly, man, it was people plotting on him because just like Pop Smoke, you got people watching your social media. You got females watching your social media, and, probably just was a case of him just getting caught at the wrong place, wrong time. Somebody saw him, made a phone call, and they was on his ass. Like, this is what he driving, because he got killed in the car. So it's like they obviously seen what car you was in, saw you in the car, and then they identified you, and boom, it's over, just like that. So.
Yeah, interesting dude, man. And sadly, there's going to be a lot of other people, and there are people out there with other similar channels that do similar things. I'm not going to name any names to give them any props or anything like that, because I don't want to condone that, because it's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, there's unfortunately probably going to be a lot of people who follow in those footsteps. And the crazy part to me, man, is how they're making the job for the cops and the feds. They're making it so much easier for them, right? They don't even have to. Cops don't even have to go outside and do footwork anymore, man. They just sit their feet up on their desk and go through Instagram and add a bunch of people and just see what's cracking.
That's it. That's all they got to do. Like, we gotta. Like, he's not from '60s, but it's a cat in LA that just passed away. Lil Spy, rest in peace, Lil Spy. He just passed away today. And he was murdered, and of course the hood talking about it, a couple more people talking about it, but. But just off of the sense of that, like you said, with a bunch of people they follow, they can see this person got killed. So the police in the back of their mind, they can say, okay, I see all these members posting this guy got killed. So we wonder who killed him. So let's do some research. Let's see if any of the enemies that we already know who the enemies are. So let's look at their page and see if any of them going to post so-and-so that died today. So-and-so and so we can put two and two together and figure it out. Like, that's all you got to do. That's all they doing.
Exactly. And they call someone else snitches. Like, your dog, you are snitching on yourself, homie. What trips me out too, Mark, is when I see this on IG all the time. I just follow random people, you know what I'm saying, who follow me or whatever the case. I see this all the time. Who got them perk 30s? Who got them lines? Tag your plug. And you will look in the comments, dog, and are adding the motherfucking plug right there on Instagram.
I'm telling you, man, this shit is nuts to me. That's why I be like, nah, I'm just gonna promote this financial literacy in this business, man. I'm gonna leave that where it's at.
Thank you, oh boy. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Shit, let's keep it moving, man, because there's a lot of stuff that I want to try to cover with you. This story specifically as well, because in it, I want to hear your opinion even more now that you told me that you went through the situation when you were 16. There's this Philly rapper named Pop Hunna who got a lot of backlash and is pretty much getting blackballed by the industry for paperwork of him cooperating with the law when he was 13 years old. His friend was killed in front of him. Him and his mom were walking down the street. Friend killed in front of him, blah, blah, blah. He tells what happens. He talks to the police at 13. This guy is like probably your age now, 21, 22, 23, whatever. Do you think someone should be held to the same standards in the street life at 13 as you are at 23? Should they be holding him to this?
So in my opinion, from what I was told about the situation, he wasn't, out there like that. Is that true? Like he wasn't involved in the streets at 13?
Yeah, from what I understand, he wasn't involved in the streets.
Yeah. And I'm not holding nobody that's not involved in the streets accountable to that. He wasn't gang banging. He wasn't selling drugs. He wasn't doing no criminal activity. He was a regular little boy that was with his mom, and his older brother got killed in front of him, and him and his mom went down there and cooperated with the police and got that person locked up. I do not fault him for that because those rules are only obligated by people that participate. He wasn't participating in the streets at 13. Now, what he did after that, if the killing of his brother made him feel like, man, fuck this shit, I'm turning up, fuck it, I'm gang banging, I'm doing this, fuck this, y'all killed my brother, that's different. From that point forward, when he jumped out there off that porch, he said, fuck this shit, I'm in here, then yes, he's held accountable at that point. But 13, with your mama, your brother, you ain't in the streets, you in school, you ain't nowhere near affiliated with the streets. Hell no, man. He did what he was supposed to do, man.
Yeah, I'm glad you explained that, man, because a lot of people think that civilians are snitches if they're telling. Look, like a civilian, I did my dirt 25 years ago, but I have not with the streets in since then. But if I see someone across the street robbing my neighbor's house, I'm calling the fucking police, dog, because I want to live in a safe neighborhood. I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah, and that's your obligation. That is your obligation. Like I said, I don't. If I stay next door to you, or no, if I didn't, if you stay next door to somebody and I robbed your house and you called the police on me and I was the one who got arrested, I'm not looking at you like, man, that nigga, man, he told on me, man, fuck him. Yeah, he might have told on me, but that doesn't mean he didn't snitch. He did what he was supposed to do. Like, I mean, he ain't nowhere, nobody's street nigga. Your father, he got his kids over there. Guess what? In my opinion, that's how I look at it. Now, maybe this is the older me and the more wiser me, but I look at it like this. Okay, you don't call the police because you thinking, oh, no, man, I'm going to stick to the code. Even though I'm not in the streets, I'm going to stick to the code. You might not tell me robbing your neighbor. What if I come rob your house next?
Yep.
Because I'm like, well, shit, last time I robbed this house, ain't nothing happened. Shit, I'm going next door now. I robbed your house, then what? Now you want to call him because I done robbed you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and ladies and gentlemen, this is why a lot of my interviews I do with people there in their 40s and above 50s. I rarely interview cats in their 20s like Mark Savage, but you're an old soul, man. That's why I like, chatting with you, and you're an intelligent dude. Like, I think I've only had one other cat that's been your age that's been on my show, so I appreciate you definitely just sharing an intelligent point of view from a guy in his 20s, because unfortunately we're not seeing a lot of that out there now, man.
Just give me a little bit of peace, steady job and some food to eat. Just give me a little bit of peace, steady job and some food to eat. Just give me a little.
You and I are kind of in the same age range, I grew up in the 90s, early 90s specifically was nuts. It was crazy. LA, we in like 93 and 94, we had upwards of like 2,000 plus homicides or something like that. So LA was much more crazy back then. And I always believe that if you grew up in LA in the 90s, whether you were a civilian or a gang member, you're kind of a warrior, dog. Like this what we're experiencing now sucks, and crime is on the rise, but it's nothing like it was back in 1992, 1993, 94, you know, when we were having crazy shit. But, you know, speaking of that, gang violence and crime is on the rise. LA is on fire right now. Why do you think we're going backwards, man?
Man, I just think that the whole corona, man, and then a lot of people, you know, with the school out, you know, a lot of people, they home from school, not going to school, so they don't got nothing to do. When you ain't got nothing to do like that, that's always going to be some problems, bro. But it wasn't that bad because, I mean, it was a lot of money given out. But, you know, as far as like the EDD and all that, and the SBA, you know, all the loans, so it was kind of calm, but I just think, man, once you know, this crime is up everywhere.
Yeah, Philly,
crime is high everywhere. So I definitely think that Corona got a big thing to do with it, man. A lot of shit not opening. A lot of people can't move around. People get bored. Motherfuckers home from school. You know, a lot of them kids is the shooters too. Little, you know what I mean? So yeah, that play a big part. So if they, you know, they got their bigger homies just telling them, or they got bad influences, and they not doing nothing. They not going to school anyway because you can't go to school. They gonna more so lean towards that life, you know. Yeah. And then that's gonna make more shooters than niggas that just catching phase. It's gonna be niggas gonna be more willing to pick the gun up and go to violence and shit.
Yeah, man.
But I think it would have been worse if nobody got paid, bro. With that EDD, that shit would have been crazy. It would have really, because I remember it was like 700 murders, man. I want to say like in the early 2000s. I remember 700, bro.
Yeah. Last year, I think we had about 480 or something like that, to give people a comparison of, you know. Yeah. But it looks like we're going to have a lot more this year. Like, we're already on pace to have way more than we did last year. And it's just, it sucks, dog. And like you said, man, it's like, I think Corona had a lot to do with it, because what's that phrase? Idle hands are the devil's playground, or some shit like that.
Exactly. There it is.
Which brings me to a story. Did you hear about? And this is a few months old, but you know it's still a relevant story because sadly, you know, a 20-year-old lost his life for doing some dumb shit, and the people who are reaping the sad you know thing about is the parents and the family. But are you familiar with that whole BLOCKBOY situation from a few months ago?
Yeah.
So let me give an update to people, or you know, let me kind of let people know BLOCKBOY. I've talked about him a few times on my show. I would love your opinion on him. But what he would do is he would go to different neighborhoods and just disrespect their neighborhood. Jump out and somebody be recording him. It's like little 7-8 second videos. He'd say F this hood, F that, takers, or whatever he said, and then he would jump in his car. But he was found dead in his vehicle in Lakewood, and I don't know if you know Lakewood. I know Lakewood very well because it's right next to my hometown of Long Beach, and it's like Mayberry, you know what I'm saying? It's a really nice area. There's like maybe one or two streets that are a little shady, but he died in a really nice area, man. But yeah, I just wanted to update everybody out there. What are your thoughts on that whole BLOCKBOY situation?
Oh shit! My thoughts, honestly, man. I know he lost his. I know he lost. I mean, I don't condone with his behavior, but I don't judge what he was going through. For the simple fact, I know he lost his brother. His brother got killed. You heard about that?
No, I didn't actually.
Brother got killed. Probably looked just like him. His younger brother.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Probably died like a couple months before. Died last year. Wow. You know what I'm saying? A couple months before he started doing all that. Then I think his dad or somebody, either mom or dad, one of the parents, I think it was his dad, passed away. Okay. So he was probably going through it. Younger brother died. And, you know, he probably didn't really have no care for living. Like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? He was like, fuck it. I don't know, man. He know the consequences that come with that type of stuff. Because he was dissing motherfuckers. You got motherfuckers who sit back on the internet that don't give a fuck with 2 followers that's so dedicated to game banging. They see some shit like that. They take that person where they gonna make it a personal vendetta, especially when you dissing games like Hoover and they that deep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or you got the back door issue too. You got the front door, back door game too.
What's that?
All right, let me drop it. The front door is when he was from my He was. I guess he was allegedly from my Pyro.
Yeah. I talked to someone on my show.
Shout out Motor. Yeah. So, boom. I mean, when you're doing that type of stuff, saying different games, you dissing them, you got niggas from that hood, from your hood, that's like, bro, what is he doing, my nigga? And then they I'm pretty sure they tried to reach out to him, like, bro, you making the hood look bad, you dissing certain niggas. And the nigga, like, if he continue to ignore, like, whatever, then that's when the nigga gets you from that old hood, just because that's gonna bring all type of shit. You know what I mean? He bringing all type of drama to that gang, not saying unwanted, but just you know what I mean? Like, that shit was uncalled for. And motherfuckers gonna ride, they can't find him, they gonna go right to the mob. You know what I'm saying? So the back, that's front door when your homies get you. The back door is when your homies set you up to get hit. You know what I'm saying? When they set you up with an enemy, like, all right, bro, you could get this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Woo. Yeah, that's the back door. So you got front door, back door. That's very pivotal in the game. Big time, man. I heard about that so much. It's stupid. Like, I done heard about that shit, man, since I was, you know what I mean? Real tough, man.
Yeah.
So
it's a crazy situation.
Yeah, man.
I just hope more people, and sadly there are other people out there who do similar shit. I'm not going to give their names out and give them any shine. But
there was another dude that was doing it too, wasn't it?
Yeah. I'm not gonna. I know exactly who you're talking about, but once again, I'm not even gonna promote him because he's just out there.
And then I heard BLOCKBOY, he was set up too. I heard it.
Oh,
you know
really?
what I'm saying? That pussy got him. Yeah, man. But you know, probably said the girl, sexy girl, I like what you doing. He like, oh, what's up? Come through. You gotta think strategic when you do something. Like, I swear to God, even when I was signed, right, when I was fucking with Masterpiece, I didn't, anybody that hit me up, like if any chick hit me up. And it was just, I thought of it as a setup. Even though I wouldn't have no bread like that, and I wasn't paid, I just felt like it was a setup, man. I swear, man, like, I didn't trust it.
Shit, I went to every date with the chick back in the day thinking the same shit. Like, man, I'm keeping it 1,000.
Yeah, man, like, you know, it was crazy, man. It was crazy.
Yeah.
I still kind of think like that to this day. If a random girl just hits me up, I ain't gonna do it. Unless if she like, man, you know what I mean? Like, I don't just go for the looks anyway, man. I go for the mentality, all that stuff. But I had to hit somebody up. Like, if we got mutual, I'm like, hey, what's up with her, man? Is she, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I'm that thirsty for it, yeah.
And going back to rappers being easy food. I mean, not only are rappers getting it from, you know, the gangsters in the street, they're getting it from you know, chicks trying to set them up. Like you said, they rappers got it coming from all angles. Somebody said, and I laughed at it, but it makes kind of sense. I think it was Jim Jones. He said being a rapper is the hardest job in the world because you got chicks trying to set you up, you got dudes who want to rob you, you got the feds looking at you. You know what I'm saying? You got you got shit coming. You got the Jack Boys. I mean, you got 4 or 5. You can't walk outside without, you know, being a target. So you have to be wary of everybody, homie.
Yeah, that shit brings a lot of jealousy, man. That rap shit, because people think you got more than what, you know. People see what you got, and then you get a lot of girls. So a nigga can hate you just because his girl was on you, man. Just because his girl think you cute, or a nigga want to kill you behind that, or rob you. And when you dealing with these LA niggas, you dealing with wolves. So when you a rapper in LA and you mingling and man, that's why, it's easy, man. You got the strip club girls, most of these girls, they deal with gang members. Like, even if we all, at the end of the day, if you live in California, you're going to deal with a gang. In Southern California, even, I don't know too much about Northern, but if you're anywhere in Southern California, you're dealing with a gang member. Whether it's motherfucking, you going to McDonald's, and a gang member work there, you go to the fucking airport. It's gang members that work jobs everywhere. Yeah, man, like, I work, you know what I'm saying? Like, everywhere. Like, I can't even, I'm talking about niggas, some niggas I was done with that shit, and some niggas I was, like, still going back to their shit, like, still dedicated. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You just gotta have that mentality. Same thing now when you're dealing with the Hispanics. When you dealing, and you can't, you gotta be respectful. Like me, I'm respectful all times. I'll never say nothing because you don't know who uncle is who. Motherfucker send a hit, you don't know if this motherfucker's Mexican mafia, if cartel. You got different levels of shit. You know, that's why I always been respectful, man. Like, but then again, you know, then again, it's always been respect given. So,
yo, this is your man Preacher Bishop representing the BX, Richard Loyal. Yo, tune into my man Dusty Vision TV, man. He got it locked on these streets, man. The hottest growing YouTube channel and podcast. Make sure you like and subscribe. Dusty Vision TV, Richard Loyal. I'm out.
Just give me a little bit of peace, steady job and some food to eat. Just give me a little bit of peace, steady job and some food to eat. Just give me a
That trips me out. That and I see rappers doing this all the time. I'm sure you see it on YouTube and Instagram. Is they'll go to their ops hood. They'll go to the different hoods and I'm at your location, tagging their location. And some rappers, especially in Chicago, have gotten their brains blown out by doing shit like that.
Yeah, and then the kid in Cali just get his joint.
Oh man, I'm glad you heard about that. Thank you for bringing that up, man. BLOCKBOY,
Yeah.
yes, dude.
Yeah, man.
This Instagram dude, and here's the trip out on this, Preacher Bishop. I started following the guy maybe like 3 weeks before he got found dead. Real quick, I'll tell the story to my audience out there. This dude named BLOCKBOY, rapper / Instagram guy, he would literally go to different neighborhoods and spit on their graffiti. You know, he have somebody recording him. He'll hop out of his car, do his thing, talk shit about their hood. He'd go to Hoover's. He'd go to Nickerson Gardens. He went to PJ Watts. Like, he went to places where I don't go at in 12 noon. You know what I'm saying? He was going there and just talking shit. Long story short, they found him, gunshots to the torso and to the head in a nice city called Lakewood, dog. If you know anything about Lakewood, homie, it's pretty much Mayberry. You know what I'm saying? It has a couple of streets that are a little, messed up or whatever, but doesn't every city, but it's literally 90% Mayberry. And he got caught, slipping, dog. I'm glad you brought that up, homeboy, so you did hear about that, huh?
Yeah, homie, it's the disrespect, it's the disrespect, man. Like, I'm not an advocate for violence. I really wish the whole world could be at peace, but that's not how the way things go. And people are really disrespectful out here. Karma is a bitch, and you cannot expect not to receive it. Like, if you disrespecting people like that, like, it's just what it is, man. I don't, in a sense, no disrespect to his family, and God bless the dead, but I don't feel bad for people when they get touched like that, when they running around like that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's really hard to feel bad about them. We obviously feel bad about the family he left behind, his mom, people like that, but it's really hard to feel bad about a dude that was...
Hey, I'm a realist. If that was my brother and he was doing that, yeah, I'd be mad my brother was gone. I'd probably defend him to the death, right or wrong, but I'm a realist, and he was dead wrong. Yeah, they caught him because he was dead wrong.
Yeah.
People gotta say when they wrong. We gotta call these people out, man, because that's gonna save lives. That's gonna save lives. When you call them out, tell them, you wrong. You need to slow down. Somebody needs to grab him by the collar. He would still be here right now.
A lot of OGs, because I've asked this question to a couple of cats since it happened, and the general consensus is that there's no big homie. Back when they were growing up in the 80s and 90s, there was a big homie. And if this dude had a big homie, he'd be like, what the hell are you doing? Stop doing that, you dummy. Now these big homies, they're 8 months older than you. You know what I'm saying? They're the same age, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It is a generation gap. And the thing about it is they gotta understand too, the big homies that are out there, the OGs that are our age, we got lives going on. So that should be an example for you right there. We trying to take care of families, pay mortgages, start businesses. Those are the things that you should be looking forward. If you're looking up and down a block and you only see cats your age there's a reason for that. Because the cats that's older are either dead, in jail, or trying to be successful and be responsible and doing what they're supposed to do. We got all of these people on the internet that's giving us guidance, and they not giving it to them real. They're not giving it to them real. You can't learn shit from somebody that's 6 months older than you. Not saying that you can learn from everybody, but in the sense that we the same age. What could you really teach me?
Going through the same struggles.
We going through the same struggles, the same puberty at the same time. Like, you shooting puppy water, I'm shooting puppy water. Now, what your father or what your uncles is doing, he got a tow truck company. That's something we need to be looking out for, because, the cliche saying is wind up dead or in jail. That's what's gonna happen. It's no end to it. That's what it is. But they don't get it until they boys start dropping, and then they become numb to the violence. You got to wake up these emotions. You know what I'm saying? These OGs need to step up and get emotional because they need to look at them as they kids. My son and my daughters, they friends. I look at them as my kids, and that's how we got to start looking at the community. If I look at it like that, you take your kids, you look at your kids, friends like that. That's how it starts in the community. We could take care of the ones that don't have no father or don't have any parental figure and give them something, give them some type of guidance.
I remember that's how it used to be when I was a kid. You know, my neighbor had just as much right to whoop my ass, you know, that my mom did. You know, if my mom was at work. Nowadays you don't even talk to your neighbor across the street. I maybe have 2 neighbors in my whole neighborhood that I even talk to. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not that I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? It's just that, you know, people don't give off the most kindest vibes. But back in the day, it was, hey, how you doing? Even if you're in a shitty-ass neighborhood, you know, it was still like, hey, Mrs. Robinson, you know, I work, you know, if you see Dusty doing something, you know, please, you know, you have the right to, you know, back when you could actually, your mom could write a note and you can go buy cigarettes for at the liquor store.
Yeah.
Man, what a time.
Absolutely. Yeah. Dancing in hedges, mental life. That was the joint I used to have to get. But yeah, man. Yeah, that's the truth. But I still keep that I guess that rooted foundation of family, the family entity wherever I go and carry myself. You know, some people might say I'm a little bit too loyal, but you know, I like to love first because what's on the other side is not good. So I want to love first. You know what I'm saying? I might not give off the vibe like that all the time because I'm a serious dude, but I like to love first, and I carry that on to these kids. So when my kids bring their friends around, you know, I'm the hip hop pop. Yeah, how many people parents rap? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it to them real while I'm smoking a blunt. I'm telling them what's life about for real. We need to keep it more reality based with these kids. I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep babbling on, but I want to tell these people, my email is odfam718@gmail.com. And if anybody out there has children or teenagers with some type of behavioral issues that need reality-based counseling, this is not medicinal counseling, this is not schooling counseling, this is reality-based counseling. I'm giving free counseling and free advice to the youth. So you can hit me up at odfam718@gmail.com, and I'll gladly take my time out to try to help you and address you with your problem with your child.
Yo, that's dope, homie. And you know what? I know you're retired, so you may have, you know, some extra time on your hands, but have you ever thought about starting a YouTube channel or a podcast, man?
Yeah, I actually do have a podcast right now with one of my military brothers. We actually, it used to be 3 of us, but one of my guys passed away from brain cancer. God rest the dead. My guy G, thank you. So we just getting back up and running. The name of our podcast is called The Weekly Dosage. We're on iTunes, all digital platforms. iHeartRadio is the biggest platform to listen to us, and we're also on YouTube. And I have a spinoff of that called The Streets of My Church podcast. But I kind of took a little. I heard that before. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I took a little hiatus because I like to be face to face with people, and this, you know, what's going on right now. Yeah, it's not conducive.
Yeah, I hear you. Shit, what else you got going on, man? The floor is yours.
Oh man, yo, this Friday be dropping Rich Mo, who also is the other CEO of Rich and Loyal. He's dropping his first single in a while. It's called Dumb Out. Produced by me. I'm doing a hook. I got a verse on it featuring King Hayes. This is like a drill party song. We have some fun with this one. It's a lit song. It's gonna be a big song. So look out for that joint. Rich Mo, Dumb Out, and then I'm dropping probably next month. I'll be shooting a couple videos, and I'll be dropping some more singles. The next one will probably be called Fix My Crown. So look out for that joint. And I'm just gonna keep pushing for this summer. I'm looking for artists. If you want, if y'all want to get with the team, I have beats. I'm like a one man machine, man. I can't really stop. Like at this age or whatever, I just love this music. So I'm making beats and I'm rapping, man.
That's what's up, man. That's dope, dude. Yeah, New York is on fire right now. Obviously, specifically, kind of Brooklyn is taking the reins, but
yeah,
New York definitely has a spotlight. Again, it's been a long time, dog. Like since New York,
it has been,
right? I mean, '90s, it was New York. You know what I'm saying? And then came to LA, and then down south. South was holding it forever. But now it seems like you guys have the stronghold. Who are there anybody out of the Bronx that are really, really popping right now? I'm trying to keep my ear to the street.
The Hybrid guys, they always doing their thing. To be honest with you, my man Pete Powers, my man Hot Waters, King Squad TV, everybody from Fort Independence who does music. There's a bunch of guys. Everybody from Edenwald Projects that does music. I'm really bad with names. I've been through a couple of explosions, so my memory is a little bit off. You know what I mean? Those guys and Richard Lawyer. We doing our damn thing. I've been doing my thing for years. We had a real stronghold on the streets in the early 2000s, but due to the death of my brother and life. We took a little hiatus, but I'm back at it. Even though I don't live in the Bronx, they know I pull up. I'm only 3 hours away. That's nothing. That's a little dip. I'm there all the time. You know what I'm saying? So, that's Mike Son and all of me. They always doing their thing. God bless Fred the Godson. He was.
Oh man, all right.
He was probably gonna be. Yeah, man. He was probably gonna be the next one up.
He was. Dog.
You know what I mean?
Damn.
I know there's young cats that I'm not too familiar with. And I'm not trying to play their sound, but they harmonize. They sing and they harmonize. They're not doing the traditional MC rap, so a lot of them sound alike to me. So I can't pick them out. But shout out to everybody with that sound, because when I want to hear that sound, it's cool. You know what I mean? So shout out to y'all. The young cats that's doing it with the harmonizing and all that.
Yeah, man. Well, shit, Preacher Bishop, it's always a pleasure, homeboy. I definitely look forward to, maybe doing this again in a few months and just catching up. You're a positive dude, and I really like the vibes you put out in the air. And thank you so much, man.
I appreciate it, yo, Dusty. I'm gonna need a solid from you. I'm gonna need to interview you for my podcast.
Anytime, literally, homie, I owe you. Anytime. I'm pretty much free after 6 p.m. my time in California. So, anytime after that, if you could do it on a late night, I know you're out there in Massachusetts, or on the weekend. So, hit me up offline. I promise you, I got you. We'll do it within the next week, man. I got you, homie.
Absolutely. May the Most High bless you and your family, brother.
This is Sonny Boy from the Street Ain't Loyal Show on YouTube, and I'm here with Dusty Vision TV, the homie kicking it.
Just give me a little bit of peace, steady job and some food to eat. Just give me a little bit of peace, steady job and some food to eat. Just give me a little bit of peace.
Well, I would love your opinion on this. This was kind of a big story, in social media. More like 3 months ago, but it still kind of has legs and there's still people talking about it. But are you familiar with this dude, Black Cap, from Lakewood, California, by the name of BLOCKBOY? Does that ring a bell? BLOCKBOY.
No.
All right, well, let me tell you the story. Maybe it'll ring a bell to you, because I would love your opinion on this. But he was a dude, and I'm going to explain to my audience as well who don't know, even though I've talked about it a few times. He was a dude who went around from hood to hood, from neighborhood to neighborhood, and he would actually film himself disrespecting neighborhoods. He would go literally drive to Hoover's, hop out of his car for like 15, 20 seconds, F Hoover, blah, 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 spit on their graffiti or whatever the case is, and hop into his car. He'd go to Nickerson Gardens. He'd go to Long Beach Crips Hood. Like, he would literally, that was his thing. And he amassed like a huge following on Instagram by basically tiptoeing with death and almost committing suicide. And I followed the guy about a month before his passing, Sonny Boy. And the way he passed was he was found shot dead in his car in Lakewood. Had a lot of enemies, and a lot of people wanted his head. You know, now after hearing the story, and I would love for you to check it out after we even have this conversation. You know, you'll go down that rabbit hole doing it for Instagram likes. What are your
Yeah, I
thoughts
know
on
what
that?
I know what you're talking about. I
Okay.
remember seeing that in the news. Yeah, that kid. I don't think he really thought. My personal opinion, I don't really think he thought that they want to get him, and then it was that serious. But that is a serious thing. You're getting in people's neighborhood and disrespecting. There's knuckles out there that will look for you, and obviously they found them. You can't go disrespecting a barrio or a hood or dead homies and expect that nobody will retaliate, because there will be somebody that retaliates. There will be people out there that take it serious. Now, him doing it Clout, I don't really think he thought anybody was going to get him, but they'll track you down. They track that poor kid down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he had to pay the price. You know, you want to play the game, you're going to pay the price.
Yeah, it's crazy. And the only people that suffer at the end are his family. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure he had a mom, whatever, dad, family. You know, he had a kid, I believe, or a kid on the way or something crazy.
Well, all those views are not going to do him any good now.
Exactamundo, homie. Exactly.
Yeah. That's what people don't see, the bigger picture. What's going to happen tomorrow because of what I'm doing today.
Yeah. And not only that, it can hurt your family as well. You mentioned, disrespecting dead ones. They do that in song a lot. Now, that's a big thing in the hip-hop community, you know, with these younger cats, is they diss the dead ops. They're dissing, you know, the opposition, the homies that just died. They're making literally full songs about them. And I was talking to an OG, and I would love to know if you know anything about this, because you spent some time in prison as well. But I was talking to an OG, maybe in his 40s, he was about 45, 47, something like that. And he said, you know, that's not a new thing. Because all this time I'm thinking, oh, this is a new thing, dog. They're dissing, you know, the dead homies. They're rapping about it. He's like, nah, man, they were doing that in prison. They would like beat on the table, boom, boom, shh, boom, 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 and just like make a whole song about, you know, their enemies and their dead homies and things like that. Did you ever hear about that, or is this new to you?
I think that's more of a black.
Okay.
A black. I want to say thing, because Raza is doing it more now than they have ever before. I hear people speak they spit their rap, and then they will sit there and throw a slug at somebody about their homeboys passing, and then the youngsters run around kicking down candles and disrespecting the memorial sites. But it's I think for a long time that was more of a black thing, and it also was more cautious about that. Where back in the day, you weren't allowed to write on certain murals. You didn't, you know, not because of their dead homies, but just because you didn't disrespect the murals. Nowadays, there's a lack of respect all the way across the board.
I remember seeing that as a kid. Murals were clean as hell. There'd be graffiti everywhere, but the murals were clean. Now, nope, graffiti everywhere, all over the mural, all over, you know, the Virgin's face and all that. You're like, wow, dude.
Yeah, there was this one mural right here in East Los Angeles. They did a theme of the Warriors. Just, wow, man, bad.
Damn,
whoever did it,
dope.
just, you know, artistic work. And it lasted for about a good month and a half, and everybody started crossing out the faces because they didn't get along with the artist. And it wasn't no memorial; it was just a basic mural. Yeah. And it lasted for about a month, and they started defacing it and ruined the artistic work of it. To me, it was more a community picture than about gangs. It was just a community, you know, community pride. And these kids don't have any respect for it anymore. But they start crossing them out and disrespecting it and defacing them. And I think that's something that's new that's happening, because it didn't happen before.
know a girl that pops a perk before she brush her teeth. I know a dude that snorts coke at least twice a week. I have a friend who's married but he still be fucking bitches, and his excuse is that his wife is always fucking bitching. I remember, hold up, sorry I forgot to mention, I know a girl that used to cut herself to get attention. To get attention, I would always used to get detention. Getting suspended was my only life's mission. My little cousin went to jail, now he's facing life. Promised my aunt I'll look after him, but I lied. Working 60 hours a week trying to stack cheese, ignoring texts from my family members every week. I'm a deadbeat cousin missing birthdays. Promised my dad that I'd call him on Thursday, but it's Saturday and I haven't hit him yet. I know one day that is something that I will get.
Down. Take your time and focus. Sip your potion, oh slow motion. Slow down. Take your time and focus. Sip the potion, oh slow motion. Yo, yo. Yo, I write rhymes for the masses, introductory classes, bringing you up to speed, can't see, go get your glasses. We gon' mix it with a little honey jack, got the cherries at the bottom, you know I be eating that. So much going on in the world today, I think we need to slow down, chill, meditate. Let me fly in the sky like birds, I'm using my imagination.